Welcome to Liberty Report. I'm your host, Chadwick, and today we'll be discussing the war in Ukraine and how the United States manipulated and provoked a brutal Russian invasion. Let's dive right in. Who started the war in Ukraine? Well, it all goes back to the promises made by NATO after the Cold War ended in 1990. NATO promised Russia that it would not expand further towards its borders. However, NATO broke this promise and absorbed several countries up to Russia's border. When NATO failed to convince Ukraine, Georgia, and Belarus to join, they resorted to overthrowing their governments. The CIA and MI6 were dispatched to instigate protest, leading to the Maidan Massacre. The blame was falsely placed on the Russia-aligned Ukrainian President. But it was later revealed that US-backed neo-Nazis were responsible for the shootings. After successfully overthrowing the government, the United States continued to antagonize Russia. A puppet regime was installed, and Russia-backed separatists took over Crimea and Donbass. The Ukrainian army bombed rebel-held cities, causing civilian casualties. The infamous Malaysia Airlines flight MH17 tragedy occurred during this time. The plane was shot down, and evidence suggests that the CIA tricked the separatists into firing on the civilian aircraft, creating a false flag operation to turn public opinion against Russia. The corruption in Ukraine also came to light with Hunter Biden, son of then Vice President Joe Biden, becoming a board member of Burisma, the largest oil and gas company in Ukraine. Ceasefire agreements were violated, and the brutal fighting between separatists and the Ukrainian military continued, resulting in the destruction of once thriving cities. The conflict escalated further when President Trump exposed Joe Biden's corrupt dealings with Ukraine, leading to his impeachment. Despite being right about the corruption, Trump sent weapons to Ukraine, and Ukraine passed a constitutional amendment prioritizing NATO membership, further provoking Russia. In 2019, international escalation occurred as the United States and its allies pursued strategies to stress and unbalance Russia's economy, military, and government. These measures included imposing financial sanctions, sending weapons to Ukraine and Syrian terrorists, and conducting military drills near Russia's border. In 2022, Russia invaded eastern Ukraine, offering to withdraw troops if Ukraine stopped trying to join NATO and gave up Crimea and Donbass. However, the United States pushed for war, sending billions of dollars worth of weapons to Ukraine, resulting in devastating consequences for the country. The war in Ukraine has led to the destruction of businesses, homes, schools, and critical infrastructure. Many Ukrainians have been forced to flee their country. The conflict continues, with Western aggression sabotaging peace efforts and escalating tensions. The results so far have been devastating for Ukraine, while Russia has been strengthened and China emboldened. Additionally, countries are increasingly ditching the US dollar, weakening US power. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining me on Liberty Report. Remember, stay informed and question the narratives presented to you. Until next time, stay free. Who started the war in Ukraine?